Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and having a lovely day. So today we're working on a base game house, which is for a save file, which I'm working on as a part of a group on one of my Facebook Sims groups. So that is what we're doing today. I do apologise at the start of this video. I stupidly forgot that I was doing a restricted pack build, even though I'd literally just written it down. And I just began building as I usually do, so that was very frustrating. So I'm not sure whether I actually include that part, but I do end up cutting. Oh, that was a very loud car. Rude. Does it not know I'm filming? And also guys, I've literally filmed this twice now. It's taken me nearly all day to do it. I have a proper microphone and now I've resulted in using my phone again. So yeah, I recorded it, I saved it, I exported it, and only the very first half of the video actually worked, and the other half was all silent. So that was great. That was 20 minutes of my time completely wasted. Well, probably like 16 minutes actually, but still 16 minutes of me talking to you guys and it's all completely gone. So that was great. But it's just one of those weeks, guys. Honestly, yesterday I've got a proper microphone now. She says that she's still using her phone to record because it's easier at this point. But yes, I do have a proper microphone. I spent ages trying to set it up. We've got it working now. I'm using it for Twitch. I'm not going to use it for YouTube because it's too much hassle and it obviously didn't work. So unless I can find a different software, and if you guys have any advice for voice recording on particular platforms that isn't going to glitch and have absolutely no sound at all, that'd be greatly appreciated because I'm very frustrated right now, but it's fine. I don't mind too much because I still like talking about Sims any time of day, so you know, it could be worse. I didn't lose any footage, that's what's most important. The cars are so loud today, guys. It must be because it's sunny here. They're all going out, especially bikers. Anyway, so yes, today we're working on a save file build, which is for a Facebook group that I'm a part of, and it has to be something sinister about each build. So this particular house that I was given, it's technically a 6-sim household, but we decided not to have that many sims. Me and my partner for the cast. But yes, we are making this house for a family of 5. It's 2 parents, 2 teenage girls and an infant. The teenage girls are the father's daughters but not the mother's, so they have an evil stepmother. It's a bit like a Disney film. But the father and the new mother have a little girl together. But the stepmother wasn't having any of it and she didn't want the older 2 girls around, so she's locked them in the basement, and the father doesn't know this. So we do have a creepy basement in this build as well. So the teenage girls live downstairs in the basement and the dad doesn't know, so he has still left their rooms as they were when they were younger, in the upstairs of the house, but obviously the stepmother's kind of cluttered them up a bit to try and like make the dad forget about them. So they've only got like a little lamp in there, it's not like a proper room. They were children when they disappeared, so they've got double beds and some books and a wardrobe, but the rest is all clutter that the stepmother has just thrown in there because she wants the dad to forget about them. So what a horrible woman, eh? But yes, this is a entirely base game house, which was quite a struggle, to be honest. I don't usually do base game interior. When I was first starting off as a builder, I did make a lot of base game shells so that everyone could have them. But it's not something that I do very often anymore, so the exterior is quite easy for me because I'm used to doing it. But like anything, I think when you don't ever do anything, it's quite when you don't ever do something, it's quite a challenge because you're not familiar with it, which is totally fine, and the more you do it, the more you familiarize yourself with it, so it's not so bad. But it definitely did take quite a while to do, but I enjoyed it, so that's the main thing. It's quite a big house on a 30 by 30, so I haven't actually built here before, which is shocking because I didn't think the lighting would be very good, but it was quite alright in the setting that I was building in. I usually build in Willow Creek or Newcrest, for lighting purposes, because the lighting is much whiter. Everywhere else is kind of an orange glow about it, and I don't personally like that unless I'm doing like a Halloween-esque build. But yeah, so we're just moving on to the interior. Everything is base game, like I said. I don't usually do base game interior, so I did struggle a little bit, but I do like how it turned out. It's kind of like the stepmother has been a traveller in her past. She's travelled the world, is what I envisaged for her. I do have quite an expensive painting in the bathroom that I imagine that she bought when she was on holiday, and the stepfather, he's just the father has to just accept that she is sort of with him for the money. I imagine that he's quite a successful businessman, and they've got this nice big house which he has bought for them to live in together, and they've got a little girl who is an infant, and their world revolves around her now, but obviously the dad still doesn't know where his daughters have gone, and it's a big deal with the local police and the investigators, and they don't know where they are, but all along they're just downstairs, which is kind of creepy and sinister. But it's quite nice having a strange twist for once, because I make everything so innocent and calm and nice in my builds usually, and they're just usually family homes, which is nothing wrong with that, and I will build family homes forevermore. However, it's quite nice to have a bit of a change and build something a bit more dark, because it's not my usual. So yes, we do have quite a big kitchen in here, which I like. I really like that these cupboards are countertops, the base game. I think they look really nice for the base game. But yeah. So when I was building this house, I realised that I had not much idea on base game interior, and I was thinking back to when I started this whole journey with YouTube and just tech stuff related to Sims, like even screenshots, to be honest. And it's definitely like a really long process. I think I've learned a lot, which is great. And this is the reason why I wanted to start doing this, because I really enjoy learning about the technical side of stuff, because like I've said in previous videos, I did do theatre design and production in university. I didn't specialise in sound or anything, which some people did. I was a stage manager, so that was what I mainly focused on. However, I do have a bit of sound knowledge, so it's quite nice working with microphones and editing softwares, because it's less pressure now that I've graduated. I can do it myself calmly, and it's not so much pressure on grades or just, I don't know, embarrassing myself or not knowing what I'm doing. I think everyone worries, especially myself. When you first start off doing anything, you get a bit worried about not being able to do something correct, because you want to be good at it, but you just started out, so how would anyone be great at something when you just started? So it's quite nice to be able to do it in a calm environment, and I'm my own boss, which is great. So if some days I'm like, I'm really not in the mood to do a voiceover, then I won't, even though, to be honest, I do nearly every single day lately. But yes, it's nice to be able to have a bit more of creative freedom, so I can make videos with voiceovers that I've done myself, and I'm not going to get someone telling me that I've done it wrong. I'm sure I do actually do stuff wrong, but no one's going to tell me that, and it actually matters. So but yes, I've been thinking a lot lately about how I've really enjoyed this whole process so far. I started YouTube back in August. August the 1st last year was the actual first date I ever posted on YouTube, so that is my YouTube anniversary. So it's not even been a year yet, and I've learnt so much so far. I'm sure there's plenty more to learn, and a lot about editing that I should probably be more tech savvy with by now, but I really like how it's going. I think that's what's most important. I think obviously some people don't have the time to do it, which is completely fair enough, and I totally understand. But I think you have to stay really motivated when doing YouTube or Twitch. I mean, I've only started Twitch just last week, so I can't really comment on that. But YouTube, it drags an awful lot if you're not committed to it. It takes a long time to get anywhere with it, but I only do it because I enjoy it. So I think that's what's like the key thing to really like understand before you start this process. Because if you're just doing it for like monetary value or anything like that, then I don't advise doing it, because it's not going to get you anywhere anytime soon, and if you're not passionate about it, then what's the point in doing it, you know? So I've definitely never done any of this for any fame or monetary purpose, because I mean, if that happens, it happens, but if it doesn't, it doesn't, you know. It should never be anyone's like main focus point. I just want to learn new skills and meet new simmers, and it's definitely done that for me, so that's great. It's lovely having a little Sims community. I say little, there's only 2,000 of us now, guys. That is absolutely insane to me. I am so grateful for all of your support and all of you guys who watch my videos and subscribe or like or comment or anything. I just like having a little community of simmers who enjoy the same thing as me, and that's what's really important to me, is to share our knowledge and our experiences with the game and with editing and just in life, to be honest. It's nice just talking to you guys about our normal lives, because I mean, we're all human, we all have lives outside of Sims and editing and whatnot, and even if you don't do YouTube or anything and you just like to play the game, I just like talking to you guys because it's nice having common ground with you all, if you know what I mean. So yes, basically I just wanted to say that I just really appreciate you guys, and if you do want to start off on YouTube, I would definitely suggest figuring out what your motive is and what keeps you motivated, because it's definitely useful to know. Because when I first started out, I just wanted to learn how to edit, and I know how to edit now, and I think before you start doing anything, then you question whether you're actually capable of doing it, and now I know I can, and it gives you confidence to carry on. And I think when you learn new skills and you have different equipment, perhaps maybe you've spent a bit more on equipment. I personally haven't spent anything on anything that I do at all other than my music, because you can get free music, but it's something that I wanted to add personally, so I do pay monthly for my music, but you don't have to. And it's quite nice that you can do everything for free and you can still do what you love. And if you gain anything from it, whether that be subscribers, friendships, money, whatever that may be, then it's a positive, you know? It just depends what you want to do it for, I guess, is what I'm saying. Because I have had a lot of people recently be like, oh, can you help me with this? Can you help me do YouTube? And sure, if any of you guys ever need help with anything, then just message me on my Instagram, which is the same as my YouTube, at LauraAbbeyX. And it's kind of like, I try and ask them, like, you know, what do you want to gain from it, you know? If they're my friend, if they're just some person who I don't know, then I won't ask them in-depth questions, obviously. But I think it's important before you start doing this that you figure out why you're doing it. And then if you want to learn new skills, that's a really great way, because you have creative freedom and it's already something that you love doing, and you just add in some technical elements to it as well. So yeah, it is really fun. It does take a lot of fiddling around, and I still am learning stuff now, and it's been how many months? I'm not going to work that out because I'll just stutter for a while, but from August until now, then I have been doing editing and creating content, and even screenshots is quite difficult if you don't know how, like the angle and the right keys to press and just everything is definitely all a learning curve. Once you know what you're doing, it's great fun. So if you do want to start out on YouTube, then don't be afraid to, because I was worried about starting off in August last year. I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I remember the first video I ever made, I accidentally left it on the main desktop, so you could see my mouse moving around, but you couldn't actually see the Sims at all. So yes, don't be disheartened if you do mess up, because I sure did, and I still do. And like today, my microphone didn't record the audio. There's always going to be some days which are a bit of a mess up, but you get through it and you get over it and you learn from it, and that's what's most important, is that you're learning from what you're doing and you enjoy it. So yes. Anyway, my little rant of inspiration over for the day. Moving back to the build, these are the teenage girls' rooms, which, like I said, they are filled with clutter. I did leave a little notebook and a money box on the other daughter's room, which you'll see in a second, as if they were planning to run away, but the dad has kept them there all of these years, just collecting dust, because he hopes that they'll return one day. And the stepmother's kind of like filled them up with a load of rubbish and just made it a bit messy and put her stuff in there. So yes, that is what this room is. I did end up deleting the lights and we have little lanterns in there instead. What are they called? like oil lamps, I'm not too sure, but that is what we have in these rooms instead. I just put black curtains over the windows as well, as if she's like trying to like hide away that they ever existed. I did contemplate putting a bookshelf door, but I left the doors the same as everyone else's. So yes, there's just a lot of stuff that's like not used anymore, and that the dad hopes that one day they will return, which is really sad. But I did like having a build that was kind of sinister and a bit different, because it's not something that I'd ever do personally without having an actual, you know, excuse to make it. So yes, that is what this build is about. There is a whole save file which is going to be live on Wednesday, I do believe, unless it's Thursday, but the deadline for us is Wednesday. I'm not too sure when it will be going out, but it'll be really exciting for you guys to come and look at the save file. And there's other YouTubers who have shared their content as well, so I will leave the link for all of this. It's not a link, it's a hashtag, I do believe, in my main title or the description. Maybe put in the description, I haven't decided yet, but if you click that hashtag then it'll take you to everyone else's builds and cast for this save file, so that'll be really exciting for you to see. Not everyone's will be in there, because not everyone is a content creator, they just do stuff independently, which is brilliant. But if you do want to check that out, then be sure to have a look in the description. I'll probably put it in the description, to be honest. But yes, we are nearly coming to the end of the video. There's a lot of garden footage which I will leave to music because it's just base game stuff and there's not much to say about it. I'm quite confident with exterior base game. Like I said, I did used to do that quite a lot in the past, but my interior, well, it doesn't look bad, it's just not something I'm well acquainted with, shall we say. But yes, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, not enjoy because I'm coming to the end of it. All of the screenshots will be at the end if you do want to have some inspiration. They will be there for you guys. But yes, I thank you all very much for you guys sticking around and you guys watching my content and you come into my streams and everything really. You're all so lovely. I mean, sure, you're gonna get some hate wherever you go, and don't get me wrong, I've had my fair share of hate already and I'm not exactly a known creator as of right now. I know I've got, you know, a substantial following, but I can't imagine what big creators go through with all of the hate. It would be tough. It's definitely tough. You have to be prepared for it. But I don't really take it personally. I don't know them personally. I don't know what these people are going through, so it's best not to get offended by anything because it doesn't benefit you at all. So if you can try and not get upset by anyone being nasty, then that's great. Not that that makes it okay, but you know, you get through it. If you guys ever need any help with any videos or any content, or you just want a sim friend, then be sure to message me on my Instagram and I'll be sure to check your content out and we can chat and I can help you out with whatever you need. So if you do need anything, be sure to message me. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and if you do want to come and hang out over on my Twitch, it's also at LauraAbbeyX. Yes, we're making the builds live over there sometimes, that's fun. So yes, I shall see you guys next time. I'll probably be posting again tomorrow because I have an auditorium to make. So I will be building that tonight on Twitch if you do want to join. But if not, then I shall see you guys probably tomorrow or the next day. So I appreciate you all very, very much. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I shall see you guys next time. Thanks guys, bye!